Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Radian Rahmadi Purnomo. I am a Bachelor of Accounting student at State University of Jakarta. In this video, I will present the thesis proposal material with the title of The Role of Company Size as a Moderating Variable of Profitability and Leverage on Sustainability Report Disclosure. My supervisor is Profesor Dr. I Gusti Ketut Agung Ulupui SE MSI AKCA and Dr. Muhammad Yusuf SE MM. This is a list of content that I will present in this video. Chapter 1 is introduction. In this chapter is divided in research background, question, objective, and benefit. In chapter 2 is literature review. This is a supporting theory, theoretical framework, and hypothesis development. And the last is chapter 3 is research method. This includes unit of analysis, population, sample, data collection technique, variable operationalization, and analysis technique. Chapter 1 is introduction. The first is research background. Significant development have taken place in the infrastructure sector in Indonesia in recent years. A series of infrastructure projects have been carried out and have had a positive impact on people's lives and the national economy. According to data from the Ministry of Public Works and Housing, infrastructure projects in Indonesia have a positive impact, namely increase regional economic growth, improving regional competitiveness, inviting in private investment, and creating jobs. Initially, businesses focus on making profits without considering their impact. The business paradigm has changed to the triple P bottom line paradigm: profit, people, planet, and before is one P, single P bottom, and the P-nya is profit, which not only priority profit but also considers people and the environment. The concept of sustainable development states that the needs of the present should not come at the expense of the future. Sustainability report describes three aspects of company performance: economic, environmental, and social aspect. These three aspects explain how a company is accountable to a stakeholder in carrying out its operational activity. Companies have several positive benefits when disclosing sustainability reports: being able to improve or protect the company's image, build maintaining good relation with external parties, and gain legitimacy from the community. The ability of company disclose their economic, social, and environmental performance through sustainability reports is important for long-term success, growth, and stakeholder trust. Harmonization of sustainability reporting standard is necessary to improve corporate sustainability performance. In Indonesia, financial services companies, issuers, and public companies are required to disclose sustainability reports since 2020 based on POJK number 51 of 2017. However, the implementation was postponed until 2021 due to COVID-19 pandemic. The next is research question. Number 1 is, does profitability have a positive effect on sustainability report disclosure? Number 2 is, does leverage have a positive effect on sustainability report disclosure? Number 3 is, can company size as moderating variable strengthen the effect of profitability on sustainability report disclosure? And number 4, does company size or firm size as a moderating variable strengthen the effect of leverage on sustainability report disclosure? The next is research objective. Number 1 is to determine the effect of profitability and sustainability report disclosure. Number 2, to determine the effect of leverage on sustainability report disclosure. Number 3, to determine the effect of company size as a moderating variable of profitability on sustainability report disclosure. Number 4 is to determine the effect of company size as a moderating variable of leverage on sustainability report disclosure. The next is research benefits. From theoretical to expanding the literature, especially in the field of environmental accounting, and providing reference for the future research, and to support the theory of signaling stakeholders and legitimacy in explaining the role of companies in disclosing sustainability reports to the public. And from the practical is divided to 5, and number 1 is for the company, for the investor, for the society or community, for the government, and for the stock exchange. And the next is chapter 2, the literature review. And the supporting theory is number 1, theory of signaling, the action taken by the company in providing signal or information in the form of report disclosure to stakeholders as a consideration in assessing the company's future prospect. Theory number 2 is a theory of stakeholder. The company does not only operate the profit for its own sake, but must also provide benefit to its stakeholders. The last theory is a theory of legitimacy. Companies need to create an alignment between the social values inherent in their activities and the norms of behavior prevailing in society. And the next is the explanation of the variable, and variable dependent is sustainability report disclosure. GRI, or Global Reporting Initiative, define sustainability report as a practice in measuring and disclosing company activities as a form of responsibility to internal and external stakeholders regarding to the company's performance in realizing sustainable development goals. Sustainable reports help a company to demonstrate their commitment to sustainable business practice and provide transparency on the impacts generated by their operation in the economic, social, and environmental fields. The next is a variable, independent variable for this research, and the first variable is profitability. And profitability can be measured the level of acquisition or profit compared to the sales or asset, and measure how much a company ability to earn profits related to sales, asset, and own capital. Profitability analysis is very important for investor because it can provide insight into the level of health and financial performance of the company, so that it helps make a good investment decision. The next independent variable is leverage, and leverage measures the proportion of the level of debt use that a company has a source of funding for its investment or operational activity. Companies with high leverage will usually face a high risk of loss during recession, but the expected income when the economy is good will also be higher, and vice versa. The level of leverage reflects how much debt burden to the company bears compared to its total asset. And the next is firm size. It will be the moderating variable in this research, and the size of company or firm size is indicated by the total asset, total sales, the amount of profit owned, which can affect the company's social performance and the achievement of the company goals. Company size is, or firm size is often measured by using total asset owned because it's considered to reflect the size of the company. Company size can be measured using the company's total asset and calculating the logarithmic of value of this total asset. And this is a previous research that used profitability as a independent variable to the sustainability report disclosure for the dependent variable, and the following are some previous study is There are several results where some have a positive effect and some have a negative effect and some have no effect to the sustainability report disclosure with the profitability as a independent variable. And the next is previous research with leverage as a independent variable with sustainability report for dependent variable, and the result is the same with the some of have a positive effect and some of have a negative effect and some have no effect to the sustainability report disclosure with leverage as a independent variable. And the next session is a hypothesis development with the first of effect of profitability on sustainability report disclosure. Profitability is the ability of the company to generate profits. The higher the profitability ratio, the company will tend to make a greater disclosure. This aims to show the public that and stakeholders that the company has a good level of financial performance, and a high level of profitability indicates that the company has sufficient funds so that the company can carry out social and environmental activity. The disclosure of the sustainability report is carried out as a form of accountability to stakeholders with the aim of communication media as well as maintaining their support by providing additional information about activity and their effect on social, environmental, and economic. And hypothesis number 1 is profitability has a positive effect on sustainability report disclosure. The next is effect of leverage on sustainability report disclosure. With the leverage is a ratio used to measure how much the company is financed by debt, reflect how much debt burden the company bears in funding its operation. The higher the level of the leverage, the greater the consideration made by stakeholders when they decide to invest in this company. Therefore, companies need to provide sustainability reports and on their activities and their impact on the economy, social, and environmental, so that healthy information is obtained about the company performance, and also to maintain environmental activity and social activity in the hope of bringing ethical profits and providing confidence to stakeholders in analyzing and making investment decision. Hypothesis number 2 is leverage has a positive effect on sustainability report disclosure. And the next is company size as a moderator of profitability on the sustainability report disclosure. The size of a company reflects how big or small the company is, which can be measured by its asset or sales. Maximum use of asset can make profit for the company. Companies with the large size are considered to capable of obtaining high profitability, so the dividends that will be given to the stakeholder will also increase, so that the company is said to be able to carry out social and environmental sustainability activity. Companies with a large size considered to be able to obtain high profitability will tend to make greater disclosure in the sustainability report. This is a form of company's ongoing responsibility from its operational activity in obtaining profit to the environment and social community. The hypothesis number 3 is company size or firm size as a moderating variable strengthen the effect of profitability on sustainability report disclosure. The next is company size as a moderator of leverage on sustainability report disclosure. Companies with a large size tend to run their operational activity massively. In this case, it requires a number of more funds to carry out its operational activity, which can be obtained by relying on its own capital or by making debt to external parties. Leverage is used to determine in extent to which a company's assets are funded by debt and also the company's ability to pay its debts. The size of a large company is considered by capable of carrying out activities regularly and well in the use of its capital, including those from debts, in the order to get more profit, so that the company is able to be a good financial performance condition. Companies are considered to need disclose a sustainability report as additional information about activity that have an impact on the economy, environment, and social as a form of responsibility. And the hypothesis number 4 is company size or firm size as a moderating variable strengthen the effect of leverage on sustainability report disclosure. And this is a conceptual framework, and in this research, researchers want to describe the direction of the independent variable, which is profitability and leverage, to which affect the sustainability report disclosure, and with a couple of company size or firm size as a moderator of each existing independent variable. And the last chapter is chapter 3 is a research method. The first one is unit of analysis, population, and sample. The first one is unit of analysis. In this research is used to infrastructure sector companies listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange or IDX, with the population of infrastructure sector company listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange for the period 2020 until 2022, with the sample of a purposive sampling technique was used in selecting the sample. And this is a description of the amount of observation and the calculation. The next is data collection technique, with quantitative as a research method, and the data resource will use annual financial report and sustainability report published on the official website of IDX and the company. With the data required is value of total asset, net profit value, value of total debt, and sustainability indicators. And the researcher will use Microsoft Excel and FUS version 13 to analyze the data. And the next one is variable operationalization, with the sustainability report disclosure as a variable Y or dependent. The standard that is widely used globally as a guideline in disclosing sustainability report is standard issued by GRI, and with the 2016 GRI standard is used for the measurement of sustainability report disclosure in the study, with 60 indicators covering economic, social, and environmental component. And for the measurement of sustainability report is used based on Sustainability Report Disclosure Index or SRDI, with the number of items disclosed and with the expected number of items. And this was the calculation for SRDI. The next is profitability for the independent variable or X1. The profitability ratio is used in this study is return on asset or ROA. This ratio measures the company ability to earn net profit or profit after tax for stakeholder based on the total asset owned by the company. The higher level of profitability ratio, the better and more efficient company performance in generating profit from its asset. And this is the calculation for return on asset. And the next is leverage for independent variable or X2 in this research. The leverage used in this study is the debt to asset ratio or DAR. This ratio describes the comparison between how much debt is owned by the company when compared to overall asset. To obtain a safe level of leverage ratio, the portion of debt to asset level must produce the minimum possible value, also solvable. And this is a calculation for debt to asset ratio, the total debt and total asset. And the next is firm size as a variable z or moderating variable. Company size or firm size can be measured using company's total asset and calculating the logarithm value of the total asset. Companies that have a large size tend to have a good image compared to the small companies. In addition, it requires greater effort for company manager to be able to improve the image with the development of the company. And this is the calculation for firm size with logarithm and the total asset. And the next one is analysis technique with statistical descriptive analysis. Is used to provide information on the description of research variable using statistic technique. And the next analysis is will be used panel data regression analysis. And this is a regression model that knows the direction and measure how much influence the independent variable have partially or simultaneously on the dependent variable. And there are three approaches used in this panel data, and one is common effect model, and the two is fixed effect model, and the last is a random effect model with Chow test and Hoffman test and Lagrange multiplier test to use the model selection. The next one is a moderated regression analysis. This is a method of statistical analysis used to test whether a moderating variable or moderator has an influence that strengthens the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable. And the next analysis is classical assumption test, and in this test is feasibility of the regression model, which is carry out the test of the research hypothesis by providing whether confounding variable have a normal distribution through the regression model. And in classical assumption test will be used normality test, multicollinearity test, heteroscedasticity test, and autocorrelation test. And the next one is hypothesis test, is a decision making method in statistics to determine whether certain hypothesis regarding population parameter can be accepted or rejected based on the data analysis. Hypothesis testing is aimed to find out how far the influence of the independent variable is in explaining variation in the dependent variable. And in hypothesis test will be used partial test or t-test, simultaneous test or f-test, and coefficient of determination test. Okay. That's all my presentation, and we'll end this video. Sorry if there are any mistake in my delivering of material and in this video, and thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.